Hi, good morning. Welcome to my kitchen. We're FaceTime vibing it over the books I read. This is my May wrap up. I read 6 books. You'll only see 5 here because we can only talk about 5. First one up, The Emperor and the Endless Palace. I picked this one up because Books and Lala flagged it as something she was interested in, and then someone told her that it was smutty. The adult content in this book is not smutty. I'm unsure of what that person who said that thoughts are on smut, or if they read actual smutty books. This is not smutty. And this is a book that was just not for me, so I'm not gonna rate it. It is about 2 folks who are in love, have feelings, share feelings that are intertwined over decades and centuries of involvement, and continuously find each other. Next on the docket, One of Us Knows. This one, I picked this up because I really liked No One Is Watching. I love that. I gave it 5 stars. This one I gave 4. It is about someone with DID, so dissociative identity disorder, and you wake up, I guess you could say the core wakes up after being dormant for 6 years and finds themselves like about to get on a boat heading to this castle to do a job that another alter got them. And so weird things happen, there's weird interactions. Obviously the core is missing some memories because not all of them are communicating. You get a little bit of diary entries because this system enters in like diary entries so that they can keep track of like what the different alters did, because they don't all have access to each other's memories. I enjoyed it. I think it was more confusing than it was like suspenseful, because for me anyways, I was just a lot of like, what is happening, what is going on, which is like the whole point, right? Because even the character doesn't know that, because the alters are not fully just talking with each other and or hiding things from one another. But I gave it 4 stars. And in the author's note says that she consulted like a sensitivity reader, I think, to make sure that the rep for DID was like accurate, but also she herself doesn't have DID. So take it with a grain of salt. Next, I did the 6th installment of Lore Olympics. I gave this like 5.5 because if I'm 5.5, it wishes 3.5 besties, because I am just like over it. Get together already. My roommate apparently reads the comics and says that they're basically together at this point, and I'm just like, when? Where? How many more of these books am I gonna have to read? I think I'm gonna give up. Watch me pre-order volume 7. Watch it happen. Yeah. Next, Fevered Star, book 2. In the Sky, Between the Sky and Earth series. The first book is Black Sun. This one, okay, I finished it like maybe 24 hours ago. And here's the thing. I don't know how to articulate how I feel about this book. Like, I was talking to my friend who were buddy reading it. I was like, it's like nothing is really happening. It's such a even keel pace that nothing really feels suspenseful. Nothing really feels huge. And so nothing really feels like it's happening. Although, like, if I were to tell you everything that's currently happening, like, you need the other book. So obviously things are happening. Things are progressing. And so there's nothing really huge about it. But then, like, when I'm in it, like, I want to read this book. Like, sat down and I was like, okay, I need to know about all these other characters and what's going on and what's happening. And then the book ends and it's just like, even something that could have been really like big happens, and it feels, I don't know, a little anticlimactic. But like when you're in it, and it's such a good ride. It's like it's solid. It's like a pepperoni pizza. You're never mad at a pepperoni pizza. Like, you're never mad at pizza. Is it the most amazing thing you've ever had in the entire world? No. Is it the worst thing you could ever eat? No. But when you're eating pizza, you're like, this is good. You know what I mean? But it's just like pizza. This feels like pizza. And that makes me sad because I want more from it. I fear I will be so disappointed in June when book 3 comes out. I feel like I'm going to be so disappointed. And it kind of hurts my feelings. All right, last, because I was doing a bit of a cramming yesterday to make sure that I stayed on my story graph reading goals. read All Systems Red, the Murderbot Diaries. This is like the third time I've picked up this novella and the first time I've ever finished it. I was not expecting the ending to go that way, but I guess it makes sense in order for it to be a series. But this is just essentially about not just like a robot that's like half sentient, not half sentient, that feels wrong. I would say this is, they're mostly, honestly, they're pretty sentient. They are a sentient robot. That's it. Has a whole conscience and everything. Because they hack their system that the government, that people can control. And so therefore is pretending to be this like murder bot because it doesn't want anyone to know that it has its own thoughts, until it can no longer hide the fact that it has its own thoughts, and then has to be able to use like its freedoms to save people it's learned to care about. And then it just continues on, because I just read the second one in the series on my walk. So yeah, those are the books that I read. Oh, what did I gave this 3.75. 3.75. I told you what I gave that. All right. Are we ready for my TBR? Hold. Hi, I'm back. Well, really just I'm back. I was gonna go grab books, but here's the thing. I was just staring at my bookshelf and I was like, you know what? There's nothing here I want to read. There's nothing. Nor is there anything in my library shelf that I want to read. So I'm just gonna tell you the recent releases that are on my phone that I hope to read this month. Evocation, which was really a May release. I do have the hold for that currently for the audiobook. That reminded me, so I should start listening to it. And then we have Icons and Infernos, which is book 2 in the book 2 after Smoke and Stars, which is about a super pop star and a spy who get together and solve mysteries. And obviously there's a little bit of romance. It's a good time. And then on the 18th, it's a big day for me. So we have Hearts That Cut, which is like book 2 to the Threads That Bind, which is a Greek retelling of what I do this as if you're supposed to know the remember in Hercules, if you're that old, with the string, the golden string, and they're trying to cut it and they have one eyeball. I don't know what they're called, but they cut your life threads or don't, depending on the vibe. Anyways, the girly pop can see the threads and she has the ability to cut it. So she's one of 3 sisters, just like in the Greek myth, the 3. Are they like wives? Are they sisters? Are they just 3 women? I don't know. But she has the power, the main character, to see strings and cut them. So, Hearts That Cut is book 2. I think it's a duology, so I think that's the end of it, which I'm very excited. And then there's Middle of the Night, which is a Literally Dead book club selection, which I will be partaking in because I loved The Only One Left. That was a good time. 5 stars. And then also Masquerade of the Heart, which I don't know what the other book is called because I got it from the library and then I just never ended up buying it. And I still don't know if I want to buy it because now that I'm thinking about it, I can't remember what it's about. But this person has like magic cards. So the main character is kind of like, I guess like a con person that you hire. And she can do different things with different cards. And so it's not like a tarot deck like in One Dark Window. It's just like these cards you collect, kind of like a Mario Party. So those are all the new releases. And I think the only thing, because I was like, what's on my Libby that's about to pop off that I might be interested in reading? Honestly, The Son of Darkness says I have 2 weeks till that one comes up. And that is a retelling of like an Indian tale? Or folklore? I never know what is the difference, folks, between folklore and fairy tales. Are they the same thing? Are they different? Or is everything folklore really? And could everything be a fairy tale? I don't know. How about you? But yeah, so those are things I'm planning to reading, possibly. For sure, because the book club, I'll be reading middle of the night for sure. Honestly, I'll probably start Evocation today. And I will for sure swallow up Icons and Inferno. Don't play games with me. So those are at least the 3 for sure that I really think I'm going to knock out. And probably another Murderbot Diaries, because I just finished, I don't know if I said it in the other clip. If I did, I'm repeating it. I just finished Artificial Conditions series, which is book 2. And then what is book 3? Is it also novella? Do we know? Or is it like a novel? Let's see. Hold 1 second while I pull up my story graph. What is book 3 in the Murderbot series? Rogue Protocol. It's also a novella. Ooh, so it's 4. Oh, 5's a real book. And by real book, I mean like a 350 pages. And then 6 is a novella. 7 is a longer novella. Interesting. Okay. Cheerio chops. What did you read? What was your favorite? I have to say my favorite for this month. That's a tough one. My favorite of this month, I guess based on the rating, has to have been One of Us Knows. Even though, honestly, my average star rating this month was like 3.75. It wasn't great. It wasn't good. But here we sit. Okay. Enjoy your day. Bye.